In this video, we're gonna learn how to speak English in a house appliances and electronics store. You can see the list of the words we're gonna learn here and in the description. And don't forget to watch the video once without subtitles and the second time with subtitles, which are automatically provided by YouTube. First of all, we're gonna learn the words related to this shop. So I'm gonna teach you everything you can see here. After that, I will teach you some small conversation strategies to buy whatever you want in a shop like this. Let's go. So this kind of shop that has both electronics and appliances is called appliances shop or appliances store. It is a bit informal, but if you want to say that in a formal way, the complete name is House Electronics and Appliances Store. First of all, we're gonna learn this. This is called a refrigerator. So this is a refrigerator. This is a displayer that you can see different kinds, like how much is the temperature of the fridge. This part that is usually colder, you can put ice cream, ice, and so on in, like this. This is the fridge. This is the fridge. And this part that you can put your fruit, your vegetables, your water, milk, anything, is the refrigerator part. This is the handle. This is a handle that you can grab and pull to open the door. And this is a water dispenser. This is a water dispenser. So you get the glass, you put it, you push this pedal, and it will dispense water. This might make you curious. I have taught you this in other lessons, in the past lessons, but we call it a vacuum cleaner or a vacuum. Easy. And here we have some, as you can see, microwaves. These are microwaves. They can also be used as a toaster, but generally we call them microwaves. These that look like a microwave are not exactly microwaves. You know, this or this is not a microwave. It's an oven. It's different from a microwave. Like, you can bake things in a oven. You can bake a cake, you can bake turkey and things like that. This is an oven. Here in this part, you can see some stuff that you usually use to make your clothes look better and stylish. So we call this an iron. It's an iron, and the verb when you do this, when you use it and you make your clothes look better, you iron your clothes. You iron your clothes. So it is an iron, and the action is also called ironing. Here we have some electronic kettles. These are electronic kettles. These are like the traditional and typical kettles that we use to brew tea and things like that. And that, you can see there, it's an Iranian kettle. It's an Iranian kettle, which is very old. And to be honest, in my perspective, drinking tea using these kettles is much more delicious. Just for your information, these kind of kettles, they are also called samovar in our language. So I think in English, they also call it samovar. But if you also call it Iranian kettle, it's not a mistake, you know. And here we have some choppers. We have choppers, like you put things in them and it makes fruit or vegetables in small slices and pieces. So this is a chopper. Here we have a grinder that we use it again to chop and mash things. There's something very important you have to know. If you use your hand to mix something by this is called a whisk. But if you use it like the electronic style, it is called a mixer. So they're different, just for your information. Here we have a grounder. This is a grounder. you put beef or chicken or any kind of meat here. It grounds the meat, the beef, and the ground beef, the ground meat comes out of here, this part. These are all coffee makers. This is a coffee maker, and this is again a toaster, but is only used for toasting bread. These here, they're called sandwich maker. Like you make a sandwich, you put it here, you close it, and it will cook and make a sandwich for you. Here we have some air fryers. These are air fryers. And this is a grill. This is a grill. Again, we have some air fryers. And here we have some rice cookers. They are rice cookers that you can cook rice using these appliances. This here is a coffee grinder. It's a coffee grinder, like you put the seeds here and it will grind it and give you the powder of coffee. And this is a blender. This is a blender. You can blend everything you want. You can make smoothies using a blender. And this is a juice maker. This is a juice maker. You put the fruit here, you press this, and it will give you the juice. Here we have another kind of dish. It's for cooking rice or maybe some kinds of soups or stews. It's a pressure cooker. It's a pressure cooker, and you know, it usually makes the process of cooking faster. You have different kinds of pressure cookers here. Iranians use it a lot. Okay, now it's time for the washing and cleaning appliances. This is a washing machine, easy, or we can also call it a laundry machine. Washing machine or a laundry machine, and this is me. That or this one, this is a dishwasher. Dishwasher, I myself don't really like it, but it has made the process of washing the dishes really fast. These are easy speakers. This is the DJ part, and this is a fan. This is a fan which I don't really fancy, and this is called air conditioning or AC. Usually people call it AC because, you know, English people are usually lazy in speaking, but yeah, air conditioning or AC. This is a dryer, hair dryer. I love it. I think it's one of the most useful appliances you can have. This is a straightener, hair straightener. You can use it to straighten your hair, and this one is a curler, like you put your hair around it and it will curl your hair and make your hair curly. These are all trimmers. This is a trimmer. We have different kinds of trimmers here, as you can see, but it's a very big question for me that why do you have perfumes? And this is a ironing board. This is a ironing board that you use irons, and you put your clothes on the board, on the ironing board, and you iron it. Okay, now here we have some cutting tables. They're called cutting tables, and I have told you what they are called. I taught you in the second or the third lesson. I will put it here or maybe here. You can go to this video and type it in the comment. What is this? This is a trace, and this is a thermos. This is a thermos for maintaining water, for keeping water. Okay, now here we have some bowls. This is a small bowl, small bowls, and this is a saucer. Actually, it's a little bigger than saucer, so I think it's a plate. It's a plate that we can use for eating fruit and so on. Those are cups. You see, it has a handle. It's a cup. And here we have a bowl. This is a mug. It's a mug. These are all bowls. They're all bowls, and there are some serving dishes. That's, for example, a fruit serving or maybe candy serving dish. And here we have a pitcher. This is a pitcher. You put juice or water or anything drinkable, liquid. You put it inside it and you pour it for everyone who wants. So this is called a pitcher. And by the way, in the old times, when someone usually in royal families and in castles and in palaces, when someone used to pour water in parties, that person was also called pitcher. So when they wanted to call him, they would say, "Pitcher, come here," and he would pitch water for them. Now let's talk about these stuff. So here we have a peeler. This is a peeler that you can peel the skin of fruit and other things like that. These are not scissors. You know, we don't usually call these scissors. It's a kitchen shears. Kitchen shears. But you know, informally you can also call it a scissors. Not a, by the way, because it's plural. And this one that you can sharpen your knives with is called a sharpener. Knife sharpener. And these are all knives. We say one knife, two knives. Be careful of this. This is a small bowl, and this is a salt shaker. These are all plates. They are all plates in different sizes. This one is a sauce pitcher. You put sauce and you pour it on salad. This is called a colander. This is a colander. For example, you wash your vegetables, you put it in the colander so that they get dry and the water drops down. These two are the easiest ones, I think, so far. Spoon and fork. Spoon, fork. This one is a spatula. This is a spatula. We can also call it a turner because we use it to turn stuff like kebab or fish or different things like that. So this is a spatula or turner. This one is a slotted ladle. You see, because it has some holes in it, we call it slotted ladle. This one is a normal ladle. This is a ladle. We call it a ladle. This one is a pasta server that you can serve pasta with. And this is a rice spoon, rice paddle. Easy. This one is also a serving spoon. We can also call it a turner because it's metal. This one that we can use for serving salad, we can call it tongs. They're called tongs. Okay, here, this might be a big question for you. These are called chafing dish or food warmer. Why? Because under this dish you can put candles and it will keep the food warm. It will maintain the food warm. Now let's talk about cooking dishes. As you know, this is a pan. It's a frying pan that it's a very normal kind of that. This one is a saucepan. It's a saucepan. It has a handle and it is small and usually high to make sauce or maybe to boil water or milk. This one is a pot. It's a normal pot. But these two are called stock pots. These are stock pots. Why do we call them stock pots? Because they're bigger and they're used to make soup and stews and things like that. Here we have a grill pan. It has grill lines on the surface and it has a lid to close it completely. By the way, this is not a door. This is called lid. This is lid. So the door of pots and dishes like this is called lid. This is also a kind of fryer for frying fish or chicken. So we can call it the chicken fryer or a fish fryer. I just wanted to tell you also these are spice jars. They are spice jars, like you put pepper, salt and things like that inside these jars, and you can use them, shake them and put spice on your food. So they are spice jars. They were all the words that you needed to know for shopping, house appliances and electronics. Now in the next part, I will teach you how to speak in a shop like this and get discount or negotiate with the shopkeeper to buy something. So first of all, when you enter the shop, the shopkeeper comes to you and asks, "How can I help you?" How can I help you is the most important sentence you should know when you want to buy something. They usually ask this to understand what you want and what you need. After they ask you, if you don't want to buy anything, you can say, "I'm just browsing." That means you're just looking at the stuff they have in the shop. But if you want something specific, you would say, I'd like a plus the word, the thing you want to buy. For example, I'd like a refrigerator. I'd like a trimmer. I'd like a vacuum cleaner. So anything like that. When you want to ask for the price, you would say, "How much is this?" How much is this? This is the easiest sentence you can say. You can also say, "How much does this cost?" But it's longer and harder. So if you say, "How much is this?" Easy. That's it. But if it is not only one, it is not singular, it's more than two, you should say, "How much are they?" How much are they? Then the shopkeeper would tell you the price, like $100, $1,000. You know, it depends on the price of the stuff, of the thing. After you want to pay, before you pay, you of course want to buy it for a cheaper price. So you can say, "I'll pay like $50. Maybe it's $60 and you want to pay 50 or 40. You suggest your price in this way. So I would pay $40 for this. So in this way, you can get a discount, and if they insist on the price, you can maybe lower your expectations and go for a little bit higher price. For example, okay, no problem. I would pay $55. That's it, finished. Let's have a deal. That's when you want to close the negotiation. You say, okay, let's have a deal. But if they insist on the price they gave you, I cannot help you in English. I think you have to punch them, which is not a very good action. When you want to pay, you can ask if you would like to pay by card or in cash. You want to give paper money. So you can say, "Shall I pay by card or in cash?" Or you can also say, "Shall I pay by card, in cash, or shall I transfer the money to you?" Because you know, these days we also transfer the money. Or maybe you want to give a check. So you can say, "Can I pay by a check?" And if they accept it, good for you. That was it for our today's lesson. I'm so sorry because I was posting 2 videos a week, but because of the problems in my country, I have to upload less videos during a week, so that's why I'm uploading 1 video a week. But for this week's challenge, I want you to record your voice and talk about any house appliance or electronic you have, and tell me what do you have inside them and how do you use them. That was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video. Bye bye.